Hello, hello. Don't we have this a bit bigger? Because, like, no one needs the big black border around it. But how is everybody this morning? I hope you're doing well. Because it's going to possibly be loud, and I know that can be distracting. Instead, today, I'm just going to be doing some Pokemon hunts, just so, you know, I actually get life. I will also be soft resetting and crocheting at the same time, as well as trying to use reflex, so. But I will be doing this on my own, because I can. Genetic is such a good price. Actually, I'm just gonna soft reset, so I'm not gonna appreciate it. Alright, let's have a look. We're looking for kind of more fairy moves, or fighting moves, or ice moves, so I think we can go up this way. Yeah, let's go this way. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum. Hell yeah. So we got nothing. Okay, cool. We might as well go. I think there's. We might actually fail here looking at it because we have a grass type that the opponent's super effective on. Or two grass types, because Genetic's a grass type as well. Blossom's so cute. She's so large. Yeah, grass type, grass type, grass type. And we're poissoned. I mean, there's a steel type which should be immune to all of like the gunshot nonsense. So. Hell yeah. I can't wait for it. Oh, we're raining. Okay, it's raining. Okay, does anyone have weather ball? Or does Shinotic have weather ball? Being healed and then I'm being façoned. They heal me and they poison me again. And the end turn animation. Like, this is the only thing I can do, I think. I think I'm gonna sort my yarn today. Yeah, there's not much we can really do. Big punch in the face. Oh, they have a punching move. Good. Don't raise your attack. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean when they're like, we don't have a single super effective move between us. Is that a crit? Yeah. Flank's gone down. Oh, not quite. Okay. That's something. My fish! I am so sorry. In my defense, there are men and they are scary. I'm loading it up. Good morning. Fish being loaded. How could you deprive me? Well, some streams you don't use it at all. Destro, can you think? You knew what I wanted. You knew what I wanted. See, here's the thing. Cloudy could have done it. Cloudy's also a mod, but also... Yeah, it has to be fish and then at yourself if you're gonna do it, but yes, but also in the nicest way. Cloudy's only just learned how to shout people out, so I'm gonna do little bits at a time. I don't want to overwhelm the poor bean. I'm also hella delayed. Do you know that delay? I'm still fighting, I'm still fighting, I'm still fighting. Well, I want to go the steel direction, so let's go fighting. I mean, that was like maybe 10 seconds my end, so... But, you know what? If you say you are, I believe you. Pop off, King. Oh... Yeah, we get it. Can't you just intimidate us all at once? Right. Oh my goodness, a super effective move in this economy. When I do Pokemon streams, it's basically fishing streams for people. Like 6 seconds is a long time, actually. I mean, right, when you rate, you know. Trying not to spoil their stories, things. I'm having to concentrate really hard on not just saying the thing that's in front of me. Nice. No. Would people, it's probably the wrong people to ask, but would people be interested in seeing me do a Fire Red playthrough? Secondary question, when the men have gone, the men TM, would people be interested in me doing a Expedition 33 playthrough? one? If it's a steel grass type, that's the one. It makes me happy when people actually use this app. Because, you know, I did pay a whole £6 for it or something like that, so... Ooh! New! Not new! Did you know you can tune a piano? But you can't tune a fish. Pardon? Yeah, that's the joke. Because it's a double entendre, double word, because there's tuner and there's to tune, and then a, as the Americans say, tuner. I'm gonna help. They're gonna coach, so it's okay. But we can't piano or tuner. Do you know what? You can. With enough muscles. And a very stationary tuner. You can Looney Tunes that fish. Hey, QQ's up on the leaderboard. That's nice. I don't think it's worth me dynamizing. I have a funny feeling that this is not going to be the best run for this. Piano's the cloudy! Why would you do that? Piano, 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 papa, piano, piano. I can't believe the piano is the size of 3 skyscrapers. And you would do that to our poor, not even 1 skyscraper tall friend. Yeah, there's all piano sizes would get me. You know those inflatable hammers, but it's a piano. Nightbot's doubling down. Also, hear how squeaky my yarn is. Why is it so squeaky? Faithful weapons bring out the worst in people and they think it doesn't hurt. They should have a squeaker in them so that it should only squeak. So like, it's a very mild squeak, so you only have to push the end a little bit. Freshly wash my hair. you crocheting with your hair. I think it's just because I use a metal hook. And I crochet quite tightly. When it squeaks, I put the hook in my hair. Why? Oil from hair lubes up, stop squeak. To be fair, I normally sort of I hold it at the back of the mic, hopefully you can't hear. I also do really tight stitches. That's part of my problem. But I am trying to... The thing I'm trying to make a leg warmer. And so this has to like be stretchy. So it's ribbed. So it stretches. But yeah, so it's got to make a tube all the way around my leg, which currently my leg is not. So that's what I'm doing, but I want to keep the stitches quite tight. Chair leg size. I want my leg to look fabulous, not the chair leg. Yes. This lamp. Oh, it's so big. Was that a crit? It's not a crit. I don't think I need to Dynamax for this. Nice thong. Like, it's a guaranteed catch. I don't get why it does this at the end. I guess to be like, look, you did it. Not shiny. Not shiny. I have to double check. Not shiny. Not shiny. No shinies there. Guzzlord is a very obvious shiny. Have you seen his little crown? Ooh, very fine. I don't think I've noticed the crown. I know his like massive fucking mouth is like the obvious thing to pay attention to. There's fighting over there. Ghost, grass. Ghost, dragon, grass. I don't know whether it's like the head and then the belly is open, or whether it's a little crown. I think some of my favourite music comes from this. I'm so glad you karate kicked into your Pokemon making a little cuddly toy. I do kind of want to crochet a little substitute plush thing. That like woohoo! Our team became shrouded in mist. Do I know what that does? No. Hold on, at the end of the road. Won't catch it. Oh, I was hoping one of them would take it, but oh well. I want to go fighting next, because Pangoro is dark fighting, which is really good typing. It's fighting super effective against Guzzlord. And dark resists Ooh. Another new one. Well, I didn't know he got steel boots, so. Howdy, hella muscly. Okay. Oh, there was so much delay, I completely disconnected from the fact that that happened. Yeah, but Cloudy did a whole toy store at least 30 seconds ago. And we all know 6 seconds is a long time, therefore 30 seconds is an eternity. Oh? Why is Nightbot making pretty computer noises? Am I just having a moment today? I don't understand. I've been confused 4 times. It's only been 35 minutes. Nightbot doesn't have a face. It's code. Like... Are you missing messages? Nightbot said happy computer noises, right? I got that. But also Nightbot doesn't have a face. How can it be pretty? Also, Nightbot didn't say anything to be there like... And are the birds computers? I'm so confused. But you've never actually heard his noises. Okay, I'm there like, the happy computer noises could just be it going, oh, I'm really happy you get to hear birds. I didn't interpret it as a cry for attention. So I was a little confused. felt like complimenting note, but okay. So, can you see its little crown on top of its, like, belly head? I don't know how to... You can't see me. If I give it a sec, you can see that it's got a belly, eyes, a little crown with also eyes. And it might be a head, and those might be its little arms, and then second arms. It's got like it's got belly, a little crown. Or it's like a face too, yeah. Like both eyes blink, but the bottom set of eyes have eyelashes. Oh. Scratched itself like it's petting its belly. Yeah. And its belly is a mouth. And the mouth goes all the way through to its tail. I love the Ultra Beasts. I think they're a really cool idea. Thorn. Yeah, I think the Ultra Beasts are pretty cool. Like, you have a clown that takes its head off and explodes its head. You have a Guzzlord. You have an origami piece of paper. You have a house. I don't know how else to describe Sakataka. I'm trying to remember what some of the other Ultra Beasts are. Oh, the jellyfish. The jellyfish. Nihilego. I like the Ultra Beasts. It's like they're powerful beings from another dimension. They're actually originating in the game that I'm softly saying. Are you shiny? You're pretty bad shiny. No. That would be a light brown. That one would be a golden face. And this one would be really obvious. I mean, like, technically, Solgaleo and Lunala are also Ultra Beasts. Ice? That's the only one that's super effective against one. And Necrozma. Also an Ultra Beast. Ground. That's a lot of grass. Oh no, I don't know that. I don't think that has a fairy move. Oh, Blossom has a fairy move, so let's do this one. I do want a shiny Cherim. Oh, that's not the right thing. Gladee's an interesting Pokemon stat-wise because all of its stats, like HP, speed, attack, special attack, defense and special defense, are all 80. But it can have an ability, this one doesn't, but it can have an ability called Moody, which randomly ups 2 of the stats and decreases 1. I think it's an interesting ability, but obviously if you're playing against someone with Moody, they're always going to gain 2 stat. They're always going to gain a stat buff every turn, right? So they could do +2 speed and minus defense, and you have to kind of play around that, and then they can protect every other turn, guaranteed. Or they can, like, you know, and you never know what your Pokemon's going to end up being. With Glalie, what you can do is put a mix of like special and physical moves on there. And that way if either attack gets raised, you can do something about it. Oh. Wait, doesn't Starmie resist ice? No, of course so. Yeet. We all hydrate. Have my last bit of my caffeine. I'm only drinking half a doohickey. To try and reduce my caffeine intake now that, like, I don't need as much caffeine. Oh, people are like, you don't need caffeine. Well, at a certain point when you're gonna fall asleep, you can just spend your whole time asleep. Oh my goodness, I'm using so much ice. Blossom, who are you helping? You can't help anybody. Okay, sunny day doesn't affect ice moves, that's fine. Look how cute it is, look! But yeah, I'm trying to decrease my caffeine intake again. A, so my caffeine lasts longer. So it's cheaper. I actually had some caffeine tonight. Oh, crit, nice. I got cherry slushy flavour, and then like 2 more tubs of this. This is my favourite flavour. So I'm going to drink through the other flavours before I open them. And then only have obviously one on the go. Because I did the trying several flavours bit. Oh, for caffeine free drinks. Oh, I didn't really need to, but anyway, caffeine free drinks. I have a handful of different flavours. Now, you may be thinking, why are you going this way? I want to try and get a shiny of this without having to go through the effort of finding someone online at a time that I'm also online to do a touch trade back and forth. I want blue and pink frog, okay? Also, we've got a bunch of grass types, so like, we should be right. Can you explain to me how you avoid a sound attack? I'm just... What do you do? La 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 la. Like... But in this fight, I don't think Charon's going to do much. Yeah, because it immediately changes the weather back to drizzle. And then Charon's just going to sunny day again because its priority is to make the 2-turn move, 1-turn move. But it would actually get more out of not doing that. Blossom's shiny is purple, like the head part is purple. The thing that the arms are attached to. See, it's just going to sunny day again. And then the Politoad's going to max geyser because when it selected its turn, the rain was up, right? So Charon gets stuck doing fucking nothing. Because the AI is dumb. Oh my goodness, they actually did something that wasn't water. Why? Because they're attacking a different Pokemon. Oh, that's such a lovely grass noise. I normally play with this muted. But there's the music that is gets stuck in my head a lot. Look at this, we're already at the guzzling ward. He be guzzling. Every day he guzzling. See, Politoad's drizzle goes off, so now Charon's gonna sunny day anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you help me, Politoad, huh? I'm one with a super effective move. But yeah, for some reason the AI just really wants the ability to go off. So Guzzlord, being both dark and dragon, is 4 times weak. So it takes not only super effective damage, but super effective damage twice. Because dark is weak too, so that means it takes super effective damage from fairy moves, which is what Dazzling Gleam is. And dragon is weak to fairy moves. So they're also weak to dragon moves, and scale shot's a dragon move. So that's what's happening there. The scale shot can hit 2 to 5 times, but because you're in the action of the move, you're ripping scales off, well, the Pokemon's ripping scales off its body and yeeting it at the Pokemon, so the defense goes down because obviously you've got less skin. Oh, was that a crit? No, just powerful. Okay. I must have paper thin defenses. That's fine. And your speed goes up because you've got less you're like smoother aerodynamically. Will Cherim actually use a move? Relacant's getting very lucky. So I think Relacant has Head Smash, which means that it does not take damage from the moves that would normally have... Oh no, Rock Head. Sorry, because its head is literally made of rock. So moves that would normally recoil, such as Head Smash, Double Edge, etc. don't normally... Oh my goodness, we're down to our last life. Don't normally take... you'd normally take recoil damage from because you're literally butting your head against something. Or Double Edge is meant to be like a double-edged sword, like you do a lot of damage to the opponent, but you also take damage. Oh, well, we're kicked out the den. So those of you who had no, Cherim does not get to use a move, was correct. Okay, let's see if we get a... I don't think that's shiny. That's not shiny. That's not shiny. Are you shiny? Let me check. No. So the current Pokemon that we have... Oh, I forgot about Pheromosa. Pheromosa is also an Ultra Beast. Hold on. Oh, I've been playing controller with Luma Island, so... So, oh, I forgot. I forgot so many of them. But these are some of the Ultra Beasts. This is who I'm currently hunting on here as well. I don't have a capture card for this, so you're not seeing this. It's just for me. We also have this one, which I did some hunts for on stream. We have Vogue. But yeah, I think they're all pretty cool. And then, just while I'm here, because I'm going to be going through all of the shiny hunts that I can do. I like the looking one. Blacephalon. I like Blacephalon. You can't... Can you see their names? You can see their names. Okay. So these are the legendary beasts, which are the Gen 3 legendaries. So in Fire Red and Leaf Green, which is what I am currently doing a playthrough of, whichever starter you pick, the legendary beast is super effective against your starter. So I picked Bulbasaur, so the legendary beast that I will get is the fire one, because it's super effective against it, which will be Entei. But anyway. Oh, and also this guy, who doesn't really change that much, goes from being entirely black to a little bit navy. It's a little bit navy. And then the other ones that I have while I'm here and haven't moved over to the other game. We have our Durant. We have our Comfey, whose face just goes blue. We have our blue Relicanth. We have our Crocodile. And we have our very lemon looking Hoot Hoot. Anyway. Oops. So a bug is also super effective against dark. Oh, sorry, wipe the mic. So we can go with a bug, so we have a super effective move. Dedenne, which is the cute looking mouse one, is also a fairy type and has dazzling gleam, so we can do that one. I'm just checking to see if there's any others. So we can go electric fairy, we can go fighting, and then we can go ice or bug. Yeah, I remember because I played Sun and Moon, and getting Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is literally like a last year thing. I'm playing through them and getting the Ultra Beasts, that's what the Ultra, going to the other dimension, etc, etc, was so cool. Of course, everybody's currently playing Fire Red Leaf Green, or, you know. I do want to do some shiny hunting in BDSP, because I'm trying to work out how radar hunting works properly. And I've been doing a bit of research into it, and it seems to be... Because the shiny charm doesn't matter, right? And you're probably like, what do you mean the shiny charm doesn't matter? I literally mean that. Because unless you are using the Masuda method, which is breeding the Pokemon, that's the only thing that the shiny charm affects in Diamond Pearl. So I don't need that to shiny hunt. It doesn't make shiny hunting any better. The best way to shiny hunt is to do what's called radar hunting. I'm gonna take Destiny. Which is where you have the Poke Radar and you find a Pokemon and then you chain that Pokemon with a max repel on, so you can't encounter other things. And then doing that means that you get hopefully up to a 40 chain, and along the way there'll be eventually there'll be a spot that will sparkle, and that's your shiny. And And the higher the chain is, the more likely you are to encounter a shiny Pokemon. So you don't need the shiny charm. You do need to unlock the Poké Radar, which I think is by getting the national dex. I actually really like BDSP. Well, where some people didn't like the art style, but I actually really like it. I think it's cute. I think it was an interesting way to try and keep the pixel art style. I don't know. I don't know how else to... But I think it looks cute. It's chibi, which I guess not everyone likes the chibi art style, and that's absolutely fair. But I think hating on it because it looks cute instead of like a traditional Pokemon game is dumb. But yeah, assuming the men are still here tomorrow, which I assume they will be. Wait, what day is it today? It's Thursday today, right? I might do some radar hunting because I don't want to do a... This is a shiny I want because it's also a trade, so I'm hoping that I can have a shiny, but if the men are still here, because I don't want to do a nice like playthrough and be distracted by are they going through our window right now? Is it like what? Where are they? What are they doing? You know. So. Oh no! Fuck move. Oh. Oh no, not my attack. I need that. Donda. The annoying thing is if the NPCs get the deme, they just keep using entrainment because they have an ability that the more people on your side that have the ability plus, the stronger your special attack is, which is fine, but I don't like that they prioritize the ability. It's like, oh, we want the ability to go off, and it's there like, it's all very well and good having everybody on our side of the field with the same ability, but by that point we're all dead, so like, attack please? Oh, a crit, nice. Ba-da-da-da-da. These two are some of my favourite trade evos. So this one and the one Excavalier that had the two big like sword things. Because if you trade the Prevos you have to trade the pre-evolution of Excelgor with the pre-evolution of Excavalier, and in the trade they like nick the shell of the other one, which I think is really cool. It's a pain in the ass, but I think it's a really cool idea to have the trade evolution is not just oh, you traded and now it evolves, but it has something to do with the Pokemon that you traded with. So it's a chubby mouse. Bring back Fat Pikachu. I mean, the Wide Guard will protect us from Brutal Swing, which is quite nice. Oh, look at that! Yes! And now we get the terrain, which makes us even stronger and protects from priority, but I don't... Mega Punch? I've never seen you fucking use Mega Punch before. Okay, defense harshly forms. I like how he, like, when he gets hit, his leg jumps. I don't know, a lot of them just go eh. Okay, not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Also not shiny. Okay. I really like Dedenne. Dedenne is adorable. Dedenne is one of the... We dub them Pikachu clones. Because for years they've been trying to find a cute little mouse type. I say mouse type. Cute little mouse Pokemon that people vibe with as much as Pikachu for each generation. Let me see. That doesn't have... I can't work out what that one is. The closest they've got is Mimikyu, which is literally not even hiding the fact it wants to be Pikachu. So Morpeko, that's this generation, the game we're in's generation, Pikachu clone. I think it's one of the most hated ones. Like, Dedenne's at least cute, but competitively it's not great. And so, people, they're like, yeah, it's cute, it's alright, I guess. And I can't remember if Dedenne's always had the fairy typing, or it got the fairy typing added. But I like the fact that it's chunky. It's just chunky mouse. But yeah, they've tried to create small mouse-like creatures for people to latch onto. Literally every generation. If there's more, and I remember, I'll point them out, but I like Heat more. It's the first like anteater, like proper, it's an anteater. But like you can see that, not to discredit Dedenne or anything like that, but when Pikachu attacks, it screws up its face and its cheeks electrically, right? Detone does exactly the same thing, and I get that it's based on the same creature, so like the mannerisms are gonna be, I guess one's based on a mouse and one's based on a rat, but like the mannerisms are gonna be similar. But yeah, I like Heath more. Here we're flying, fighting. I want to go this way, but Chansey's going to be a pain. You're like, why is Chansey a pain? Because it's thick. It's a special defensive wall, right? It has the actual physical defense of a particularly wet paper bag. But... oh, that's got power, I guess. But there's the special defense. Not the special defense, the physical... because that was a physical move. You see how much more that did? I think I'm the only special attacker, though. Right, I'll just be here, gently electrocuting. Like, that's such a tiny amount. Yes, my stats are pretty bad. Is solar beam special? We'll find out. Yeah, it's special. And then body press is physical. So like, Chansey's purpose is to be a healer, is to get in the way of specially defensive Pokemon. A special attacking Pokemon, sorry. They are a special defensive Pokemon. They can heal both themselves and other people. And the opponent. You can get fighting type. So this is Phalanx. Phalanx. Who is a formation. And they have a very unique move called No Retreat. And that move raises all of their stats, but they can no longer switch out. Which is fine when the Pokemon is doing this. Once shot chance of that. Because there's nothing for it to switch out into, right? But if you've got 6 Pokemon on your team and you're trying to do a battle, it's like, do you want to stay in until your Pokemon faints? Or, but with boosted stats. Because then your opponent doesn't have the, oh, what can they switch into? Not that the NPCs have that anyway. But it's a very interesting move. It's also quite scary if they do it, because it As I said, it raises everything. So they do 50%. Is it 50% more? Or 60% more? Something like that. But they can also sword stance. I don't know if they have no retreat on the Dynamax set. I don't think sword stance raises speed. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yikes. Yeah, see, it doesn't have no retreat. First impression is a move that is a priority bug move, but it can only be used the first turn you switch in. I was going to throw my rat at this very hungry dragon. I hope it doesn't mind. Burn, burn. Oh. Ooh, defense falling. That doesn't help me, but... Light screen halves the amount of damage I take from special moves. Brit break, if the other side had screens up, breaks the screens. It's just psychic fangs. So now that they're -2 defense, Chansey, why? They're taking double damage. That's the ground type move. Chansey's down. See if we can just... Brilliant. The big slug. Okay. Doesn't look shiny. Chansey would be green if they were shiny. They would not be yellow if they were shiny. They're not shiny. So I'm going to double check. He was not shiny. I didn't think so. Ooh, take Power Up Punch. Power Up Punch has a chance, I think. It might not be a chance. To raise your attack when you punch. So it starts off as a weak move, but as you keep using the move, it raises your stats. Alright, what we're looking at. Fairy type. This seems like a good place to go, doesn't it? There's a fairy, and then we can go up to Mimikyu after this, who is also a fairy. We have a shiny one of these. So Comfey is really cute because they're also a healing type Pokemon, and what they do is they roam around and they find new flowers to add to their wreath as they go around. So it's currently the little green body is holding up the wreath of flowers. Because the wreath of flowers is just something they connect. I think it's very cute. I like the shiny. It was the blue shiny that we looked at before. And people are always like, oh, well, why is it only the face that goes blue? And that's because the rest of it is just flowers they've picked up. I love it when we use Reflect against a special attacker. Reflect halves the damage we take from physical moves. Thanks for healing the Trevenant you just attacked, I appreciate it. So, Raichu, a lowland Raichu, which is a regional form. So different areas sometimes have different forms of Pokemon. Because, just like in real life, evolution happens differently. In, you know, different places. It's like, oh, they evolve differently. So Alolan Raichu has an ability called Surge Surfer, which is really funny that Trevenant just used Trick Room, I'm not gonna lie. A Surge Surfer makes it go quicker in the electric terrain. And it can set up its own terrain so it can then double its speed. But the funny part is Trick Room inverses the order of speed. Not priority bracket, which is different, but your base speed. So by... not base speed, but your dynamic speed, so the speed you are. So when Raichu was there like, I'm gonna get quicker, Trevenant went, you're going last, mate. Which I think is really funny. Alright. Then we want to go Fairy. As much as I want a shiny Seeking, we need to... Fairy. Ghost Fairy, so Dark should be neutral. Right? This is the second most popular Pikachu clone. The one that's pretending to be a Pikachu. Because it wants to be loved like Pikachu. There's an episode in the anime where Mimikyu gets really depressed because it like is in a fight, like practicing, and it like flies over the water and looks down and sees itself. Which, Mimikyu's a mood, you know? Okay. Mimikyu is a physical attacker, so this is helpful actually. Some moves have the ability to lower your stats. So like it's a really powerful move, but the trade-off is, as you use it, you get weaker, right? Lurantis, which is the Pokemon in the yoga trousers. The pink one. Lurantis has the ability Contrary, which means if you use a move that would lower your stats, instead it does the opposite. So you can see it's raising its stats. Leaf Storm would usually lower your stats because it's a really powerful move. I don't think we need... I was gonna say, I don't think we need me to Dynamax for the extra animation frames. Ooh, that's a crit. Oh, it's not a crit, it's just... Oh yeah, Raichu has paper thin defenses. The thing, it has a speed, and Trevenant went, no. Part of me wants to get a full team of shiny Mimikyus. Can't do the backpacker. Lumberry cures statuses. Psychic Seed boosts our special defense in psychic terrain. Wide Lens makes it more likely that Psychic Seed? Wide Lens makes it more likely we'll hit moves. Every Light is for unevolved Pokemon that gives a defense boost. Weakness policy is if you get hit by a super effective move. Adlib. It procs the weakness policy, which adds 2 to your attack and special attack and speed. I say adds 2, it's not plus 2. It's weird back-end calculations. That means that plus 2, it does equal double. But like plus 1 does not equal 1.5 times. Why are you powering up the electric type in front of us, big Raichu? What are you doing there? Raichu's gonna go down again. Okay, slowing the attack. Electabuzz is a physical attacker. Oh, a crit, nice. Okay, and our speed lowers. Which in the Trick Room is good, right? Because if we're slower, that means we go first. I don't need healing. No. Trevenant's such a good Pokemon. It has an ability called Harvest that if it eats a berry in battle, it has a chance every turn, I think it's 50-50, to eat the berry again. It's a tree, right? So what you can do while shiny hunting, particularly SOS shiny hunting, which I'm not doing yet, but I will be, is you get a Trevenant with the ability Harvest, which I believe is its hidden ability. I can't remember. Anyway, you get and then you give it a Leper Berry. And a Leper Berry restores the move's PP, power points. And that means that when you're in a long ass battle, which SOS, my last SOS shiny hunt I did took 4 days. Yeah. Being able to add your moves points back on without having to do anything else and without using up all your Leper Berries, which I've been growing Leper Berries in preparation, so I have like 400 of them, so it's not a big deal, but it also has things like Horn Leech, so it can heal itself. So not only can it heal itself, it can restore its own moves. So it can just fucking sit there. Okay. But you notice how instead of putting an attack off, because the Trevenant's going to use Trick Room now, because its priority is to go first. I don't know. But now I've got rid of the thing, so it's just going to electric terrain again. Oh yeah, Misty Sword, that's really cool. Okay, the attack being at -1 really helped. Really helps with the electric terrain that's going to happen right now. Oh, they're doing round strats. Round is an interesting move. And it doesn't really happen often. It's a normal type move, so it's not super effective on anything. That just means that if you have a team of Pokemon like this, and all 4 of us used round, we could all go before the opponent, because it's instead of, I don't know how to, it puts the Pokemon on your team next. So the Raichu's rounding, Electabuzz could now round, yeah, but we know that Electabuzz is slower than us, but they went first because they used the round. There you go. Ooh. Okay, it was on me, that's fine. Ooh. That might be us kicked out the den, folks. I can't remember how many times that Raichu's fainted. Okay. This boost! I'm just actually raising this special attack. Oh. What hit you? Look. Oh. I mean, I'll take it, but I don't know. Was it status? No, I didn't see. I say it because Guzzler doesn't have a gender, as like most queens. As the hungriest of queens do. No gender. Okay, not shiny. Not shiny. Not shiny. Also not shiny. No shinies today so far. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of... I'll do this. There we go. Oh come on, someone take out Creamy. Apparently, I only found this out recently. Alcremie doesn't taste good. You know, they're like, who the fuck is eating these Pokemon? No, you don't understand. It's an ice cream, right? It looks like an ice cream. Milcery might go fire and then up this way. Because I want a shiny Mushana and I would like a shiny Lampin, so. Milcery, who looks like a drop of definitely cream and not cum, apparently tastes really sweet and like cream. Whereas when it evolves, it tastes really bitter. Now you know. Angry Carkle. Is Mushana a special attacker? I guess it's super effective, so it do more damage. Oh, thank you for the sunny day, Hemo. It actually really helps the fire I'm about to do. Oh. There's no terrain, so it doesn't do as much damage. It would do double damage if there was psychic terrain out. Did you know? I think Mushana, if I had to pick a least favourite Pokemon, I think this is it. Because it's a fetus, right? Like, it's a sleepy bean and I respect that, but also it looks like a fetus. Complete with umbilical cord. Oh, the train. That should be enough. Like, the shiny's really cute, but also... Come on now. I guess a yawn might be good. And then we go fire. Is a fire ghost type. This isn't the best route to go, but I want to try for the shiny. And this shouldn't be too bad because we have a dark type. I have a rock move. I'm immune because I have flash fire. Or reflect, I don't know, is it physical? Inferno physical. I'm surprised you can use... Oh no! Well, at least Chandela is a special attacker. Which is the evolution. So if I took this, I could put the Eviolite on it, the item that we found in the other bit, and it would double its defenses. Oh. Lampin also has flash fire. That's why in Scarlet and Violet, a common Terra type, so the big diamond sparkly bit that puts a little hat on your head and changes your typing, a common type for it is grass. Because it's immune to fire type moves as a grass type, which is really good. And then can use Terra Blast as a grass type move against water types, which would normally be super effective on it, but are now no longer. I still prefer Dynamaxing. I think Like, Mega Evolution's really cool, and I think, like, as a vibe, if we're going off vibes, I like Mega Evolution a lot because it changes what they look like. But if we're going off most fun to play with, as in play the game with, I like Dynamax the most. Not competitive, not like that, but things like this, or when you're doing the gyms and you can go, fuck you, I'm gonna make my Pokemon really big, and, you know. Oh, it has Skitter Smack. Okay. I don't want it, because I'm gonna take the bug type up here, I think. What dragon type is this? Oh, okay, it doesn't have the best defenses. Let's take Secretary. I'm gonna take the Life Orb. The Life Orb boosts your moves by an extra third, but it does cost 10% of your health. But here's a fun little thing. I'll be swapping Pokemon at the end of this, so as long as this fight takes less than 10 moves, which it should do, I'm a fire type and it's a bug, so... I don't like Scyther Shiny. Scyther Shiny gets a slightly more saturated green, and then all of the bits where it's not the shell go bright pink. Whereas if we look at someone like this evolution, the shell goes from bright red to bright green, which I think is a much more striking visual thing. It's like this is shiny, how cool is this? And not just like, oh, it's subtle. I'm a subtle queen. Also, it was recently found out that if you play Gen 1, like the original Gen 1, which you can play on DS, original DS. I guess you can play them on 3DS too, but you can play on original DS. If you use that and then transfer them through Pokemon Bank, there are no shinies in Gen 1. Gen 1, 0 shinies. You can't spawn them shiny in-game. However, it's recently been discovered that when you transfer them out into Pokemon Bank or whatever, if their stats happen to be right, it can still be shiny. Which I think is really cool. It was someone who was transferring from Gen 1 to Gen 2, I think. Is Crystal Gen 2? Because there are some, if you want to complete the Pokedex, there are some that you can literally only get by transferring from another game. So... they were transferring them all, so they're like, holy shit, this is shiny. It was a Moltres, I believe. I didn't notice the smile book thing, by the way. I'll do what I did the other day and transfer that's the thing. I'm writing how the new meds really helped. Sea urchin. Max Worm wins special. I don't think he does. I mean, it raises a special attack, but I don't know if it's using special moves, you know? And a mess. A shirt. Burn, burn, burn. Yes! Oh yeah, we can't use you on because he's burned now. You can only have one status effect at a time. But burning halves the attack stat, which, if his special attack's being raised, it's not the greatest attack stat anyway. But his Beast Boost raises the highest stat when you get a KO. This is my favourite Dynamax animation. Get butterflied, bitch! He was taunting it as if it... Okay, Inferno missed. I love that for us. Don't know why you're attacking a Thieva with a Dark type move, but... Here's the thing with Dynamax moves as well, right? Your 2-turn moves become 1-turn moves. The secondary effects still happen, like you can see that it's still dropping the special attack. And if you're doing something like this, it can raise your entire party's defense. Special defense, things like that. Oh, Mashana's going down. Oh, ooh. It's 2 more down. This might be our last life. Even stronger. He's getting too strong to withstand. And then we get 2 lots of Beast Boost. Ooh. As long as he goes down before I do. If the battle ends. Yeah. And then it... Ooh. No, if I would have fainted, we would have lost. I mean, calculated. I'm gonna refill my balls after this. Right, what we got? Not shiny. Not shiny, sadly. Not shiny. Not shiny. Yes, I wish to save where we found it. Hey, can I have some more balls? Ball. Thank. There we go. Blizzard's a good one. Why would, I guess the Mimikyu's only fairy type move is baby doll eyes. Oh, there's a fairy. To the right, to the right. So, Copperage has got a really hefty defense stat, so we have to hit it specially. But I think all of my attacks are physical. What we got? We have a fish friend, so let's use wetness. I love Licky Licky. He's just a dude with a tongue. It's like a turtle with no shell and a really long tongue. It's raining now. Hex does double damage if the opponent has a status condition. Rain also halves the power of fire type moves. Hey, why didn't you do that first? Steel Roller only works if there's terrain. So like psychic terrain, electric terrain, etc, etc. And what Steel Roller does is gets rid of the terrain. But it's a very heavy attack. Yeah, Hex should do a bit more damage now, look at that. Tiny Man back to doing tiny man things. Is that lower accuracy? No. Alright, some of the ones that have mud in the name, lower accuracy, so... Oh dear. We don't need you to raise your defense, bitch! There we go. Da-da-da-da-da. Paparazzi is kind of an underwhelming shiny as well. The orange bits go yellow, it's like, okay. I just wish the green changed. I just hope there's some... If we go the poison way, we get some healing. As cool as shiny Skarmory is, we need healing. Do we have anything at poison? Tangella's just gonna die. Thunder, I guess. Okay, it's paralyzed now. Iron Defense Body Press is like quite a good thing. And I missed. Thunder time. Who's out thundering again? Oh boy, it's me. Splash. Another rod in the lake. Go, go, go. Ooh, pretty. Got that fish. What that fish do? Hey, steel roller now works. You're welcome. It helped the. It kind of helps. I'm just. I sit in the pool, so I'm just like. Stimming, I guess. The fish wiggle. Oh, the fish also wiggle. Yeah, you rate. When you rate, you rate. Am I a fish? They pat me on the fish. Hold on. Alright, time to get that fairy. Oh look, it's Dedenne. Hello again, Dedenne. Do you reckon it's the same Dedenne? Or do you reckon it's a different one each time? I don't even know what I had before. Oh, oblivious. Oh. It's me. Oh, I hit it. Nice. Plus, it's not a very accurate move, so. Unless it's snowing, in which case it's 100% accurate. But I'm going to be taking Didane. One of the litter. You're the shiny one of the litter. We won't find out if it's shiny until afterwards. I scooped up one from the litter blindfolded. Ooh, I wish to catch it, please. Okay, I want to swap Pokemon, please. Welcome to the backpacker. Okay, I wish for... Oh my god, none of these. A citrus, I guess. Citrus berry restores my health if I fall below half health, so it means I have more health. I'm so good at explaining things. A big mouse time. In Legends ZA, there's a Dedenne that's a little mischievous prick. It keeps sticking its tail into the electrical circuits and causing like flickering lights and speakers to turn on and things like that. And the owner of the house thinks it's a ghost. Oh yeah. You can't use status moves in the misty terrain. You can't use status moves in the misty terrain. And it is a little mouse, right? In the real world they chew through electrical cables and stuff. It's just really cool that they made it. There's something I do like about that Legends game is they made the Pokemon interact with the modern world in a really cool way. Gonk shot it. Doobie. And he did it again, you under? Another one. Eat the spaghetti. I'm done now. Come on, get him! Yeah. Another one. I think we'll get a shiny this time. It's a 1 in 25. It's a 1 in 25 chance to get one shiny. That's a 5% chance, right? Which is quite high for shiny ones. But obviously you have to go through all of this and you only get 4 Pokemon. Whereas if you were doing it in the world, you could probably encounter, I don't know, 10, 20. No. Also no. Nope. Nada. I think I'm going to call it there though. Keep a record of where we found Guzzlord. But yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Eat, drink, rest, and maybe we'll do some radar hunting tomorrow. Okay,